Hello and welcome to Off the Post. All right, we need to have a conversation. I've been going through the comments that I've seen on Twitter. I'm seeing a small segment. I don't know if it's small or big, but on my timeline, it looks like quite a large segment of the fan base. They are crying and moaning about Ruben Amorim being sacked. People are saying he needed more time. The board failed him. It's the in-year cycle again. Sacking managers. We're not the only club that sacks managers. Real Madrid have just sacked Alonso. And he's second in the league. He's second in La Liga. I think like 4 points off the top. So why should Man United be held at a lower standard to the other big clubs? Our history shows us what type of football club we should be, what type of standards we should have. Why are people crying about Ruben Amorim? I'm not sure if you're watching the same sports or we're watching the same club play. I understand the desperation for stability, and people want to reference Arsenal with Arteta. They've spent about £1 billion. He's been there for what, roughly 7 to 8 years now. What trophy has he won? He's won 0 trophies. 0. Their trophy cabinets are still empty. Still empty. A FA Cup, when he came in, that was with Unai's team, Emery's team, a team that Emery built. So the team he has built so far hasn't won anything. Spurs have won a European Cup before Arsenal. We should follow that model of keeping someone in here for 8 years and we'll have no trophies. Come on, guys, we need to be serious. Huh? When people go take a tour at the Arsenal stadium, what are they gonna see? What are they gonna see? Nothing. This is our trophy cabinet, but it's empty. We are still yet to put something in there. That's embarrassing. We cannot confuse stability for mediocrity, guys. Listen, we cannot be accepting mediocrity. That is not the way forward for United. That is not the way forward. We must sack the next manager, whoever comes in. We'll sack him too until we get it right. Until there's a manager there that can handle the job. That's all. That's all that needs to be done. Don't get attached to managers. We support Manchester United, and that's it. If a player is full of nonsense, let him go. Let him go as well. Same with managers. If things are not working out, you let the player go. That's what we did with Anthony. It didn't work out with Anthony. We let him go. Manager doesn't work out, we let him go. Stop being so emotionally attached. This thing with Fergie is not gonna happen again, bro. It's an anomaly. It doesn't happen. No. I don't know. Ruben Amorim has been the worst manager in Man United history. The worst. Win percentage rates of 38%. 38%. No one has got a lower win rate than him. Nobody. No one. Imagine 14 wins. That's insane. David Moyes got a higher win rate than he is. 52%. He took over last year, November. So what, roughly 28 games or so, something like that. And we finished 15th. He says no, he needed more time with the team on a training ground. So this season he's got more time. 1 game a week. 1 game a week. Out the Carabao Cup. Grimsby knocked us out. We're not in Europe. So it's just the league. 1 game a week. 1 game a week. And we don't even look close to getting some sort of fluidity in the team. Nothing is working. So I'm tired of people bringing up Ruben Amorim. He's been sacked. We need to move on. We finished 15th with that manager. And you say, yeah, but he's what we be sitting now, 6th or 7th? Oh, we're 4 points off, but we also 4 points off 4th. Oh yeah, but we also 4 points off 14th. If you look at it the other way, 4 points off 14th as well. So what now? Stop crying over Amorim. He was terrible. He was terrible. Throwing youngsters under the bus for what? Talking nonsense about the U team. Huh? You're already saying, see, it's not so Fletcher changed it to 4-2-3-1 and we're still conceding, we're still losing. Fletcher's been there for a hot 5 minutes, bro. These guys have been playing 5 at the back, 8 at the back for the past 14 months. We've been playing with, what was it, 7 defensive players almost every game. 7 defensive players. And we conceded every single time with Amorim. So don't even mention Fletcher. Fletcher's he's just there to fill in the gap until they appoint a proper interim. Hopefully whoever they appoint, they can start implementing something quickly, just so we can get some wins under our belt. We've got a good enough squad to finish in the top 4 and get Champions League football. That's all. Let's get the Champions League football. Because this was a season that's supposed to be doing that. But we weren't getting there with Amorim. We were not getting there. The thing is with Ineos, they are also to blame. They took too long to sack ETH. Ten Hag should have been gone after the Europa League. Sorry, not after the Europa League, after the FA Cup final. He should have been gone. This guy should have been sacked after the Europa League final as well. Gone. You can't tell me we could have beat Spurs in a final. We needed a goal. He's adding defensive players to a final. A final. He wants to keep 7 defensive players on every time. For what? We need a goal. Guys, it's time to wash your hands from Amorim. Leave him. Stop mentioning him. He failed. He was a complete failure at United. Stop crying over someone that's got a 38% win rate at the club. No point in crying about it. No point. Stubborn. Anyway, let me know what you'll think about Amorim, about Xavi Alonso also getting the sack at Madrid. Maybe Thomas Frank will be next.